United States says a lot about you, whether you realize that or not. For example, if you live in a small town, you'll likely prefer to live in a quieter place than a big city. If you live in a big city, it might be because of your job, or you prefer to live closer to something important to you. And most importantly, you have the money to go and afford living in such a big city. In the United States, there are certain places where it's almost shocking how much it costs to live there. So allow us to show you the most expensive cities in the United States. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 9. Los Angeles. You expected this one to be higher up on the list, didn't you? But ironically, that is not the case. Los Angeles brings to mind wealthy, glamorous movie stars, but the movie industry plays a small role in the city's booming economy. The city's shipping industry also plays a role, as the Port of Los Angeles is one of the busiest ports in the world. A bustling manufacturing sector and a noteworthy startup scene contribute to the city's high cost of living. Certain zip codes, such as the much ballyhooed 90210, drive up housing costs. The median home in Los Angeles is $723,800.31, but the median household income is around $58,400.32. A family of 4 would need an income of $85,155 just to make ends meet in Los Angeles. About 19.1% of the city's residents live below the poverty line, compared with 11.8% nationally. And obviously, LA is a major tourist destination. But that's the rub, isn't it? They're willing to go and see the sights, but they know they likely can't afford living there for long, so they're fine just looking at it from a glance. Number 8. San Diego. A strong Defense Department presence and military contracting firms such as Northrop Grumman Corporation and Science Applications International Corporation make California's southernmost city one of the priciest in America. Residents in this city of approximately 1.4 million enjoy a median household income of $75,500, which gives them the opportunity to spend on luxuries such as high-end eateries, yacht clubs, and other pricey forms of entertainment. The median home value is $652,200, which is indeed very high, though many people are willing to endure it thanks to the history and luxury of the city itself. Number 7. San Jose. Anyone looking to escape high prices in the Bay Area will find little respite in San Jose, located within commuting distance of other key cities within California. The presence of Silicon Valley makes everything in San Jose expensive, including median home prices that top $1 million. The median household income hovers at around $104,200 just in order to survive. But not unlike many other places in California, especially those in the Bay Area, the reason people are willing to risk it is that the unemployment rate there is rather low, especially due to all the tech jobs that are there. So while it won't be an easy life, you at least will likely have a good job while you're living there. Number 6. Oakland. Being located on the opposite end of the Bay Bridge might make living in Oakland a cheaper alternative to places like San Francisco, which we will definitely be talking about later. But the city is still a more expensive place to live than most cities in the United States. Median home prices are $765,400, while it costs in excess of $3,000 per month just to rent. That is nearly double the national $1,600 rent average. But while the cost is high, there's a lot to enjoy in Oakland should you try to go to live there. Old Oakland features restored Victorian architecture and boutiques. Near Chinatown, the Oakland Museum of California covers state history, nature, and art. Uptown contains the Art Deco Fox and Paramount theaters, restaurants, bars, and galleries. Its sports teams were and are good as well. They were the original home of the Raiders, and they are the home of the Golden State Warriors, who very recently had a dynasty in the NBA in terms of winning 3 titles in 5 seasons. Number 5. Washington, D.C. An entry very relevant to the times that we live in right now, huh? Being the seat of the world's most powerful nation accounts for Washington, D.C.'s high cost of living. Government and private sector jobs abound in the city are thanks to numerous federal agencies, think tanks, lobbying firms, and a robust tourism sector. Median home values in the district stand at approximately $636,000, and the median household income is about $82,600. Now that's not too surprising in a grand scale because, again, this is the home of the government of the United States. And while that is true, there is a catch to living in DC because while you are a part of the US, you are not recognized as a state. and Congress very much rules over the area, if you will. And for years, the people of DC have tried to fight for their rights to run their own home as a whole, but have been denied due to greed and corruption, especially in those last 4 years. Number 4, Boston. Groceries and healthcare cost a lot of money in Massachusetts, exceeding the average national cost by 22% for healthcare and nearly 14% for food. Boston enjoys a robust higher education environment, a booming tech scene that rivals Silicon Valley, and historic sites dating back to the original 13 colonies, which makes it one of the nation's leading tourist destinations. The median home value hovers around $632,000, while household income is about $65,900. A family of 4 needs $84,905 in income just to make ends meet. But if you think that deters Bostonians, you would be wrong. There's a reason they're called Boston Strong, because they know how to survive and keep going when times are tough. They find a way to survive, and they have plenty of things to look at and cheer for in order to boost their spirits. Mainly their sports teams, where they have such a connection with them that it rivals virtually everything else in the sports world. Number 3, Honolulu. Honolulu residents pay a lot of money for just about everything. Groceries run about 64.6% higher than the national average, while utilities cost 72.5% more. Yet their paychecks are not that much higher to help compensate. The median household income in Honolulu is $82,900. This is better than the national median of $60,300, but falls well short of a median income of $104,500 for certain other key cities that we will get to. If you plan to live in Honolulu, get used to paying more for everyday items. 1 dozen eggs that cost $1.40 in Iowa runs $2.58 in Honolulu. That being said, Honolulu enjoys an exceptionally low unemployment rate, which no doubt is very acceptable to those who want to live on the island long term. And is it really that hard to see why this place is so expensive? Regardless of which island you're in a tropical paradise. What's more, you're on an island where many things have to be shipped in or grown on the islands themselves. Thus, the cost of things have to go up in order to make a profit. Still, that doesn't deter people from coming to Hawaii, and we doubt that'll change anytime soon. Number 2, San Francisco. I left my heart in San Francisco. And many lose their money there as well, just saying. People make the decision to leave San Francisco every day as the city's staggeringly high cost of living and out-of-reach housing prices have been known to break many a bank. Median home prices are approaching $1.4 million inside the city, whose major industries include tourism, IT, and financial services. A family of 4 would need $103,200 in household income just to make ends meet. On the other hand, unemployment remains extremely low at just 1.8% as of December 2019 due to highly favorable conditions offered to entrepreneurs and its dominant position in attracting venture capital for startups. Then again, even that isn't a stable thing because recent tax laws and competitions from states like Texas have gone and made it so that tech companies as a whole are leaving San Fran, so you can expect unemployment to rise just a bit. But people love living in San Fran because of its history, its beauty, and its uniqueness in certain ways. Number 1, New York City. New York City leads the pack as the most expensive city in the United States. The city with a population approaching 8.4 million also tops the list of the world's most expensive cities. The cost of living in Manhattan is a whopping 154% higher than the national average. The median cost of homes in the 5 boroughs of New York is about $652,700, compared with a national median of $245,000. In Manhattan, home prices easily exceed $1 million. Everything costs more in New York City, from groceries to public transportation. This is why people prefer to live in apartments here, but even then, those can get costly as you'll get a big price for not a lot of room. So why do people live in New York? Because expensive as the place is, it's home to many wonders and views and treats that people want to experience. Plus, it shows toughness, to live there for a long period of time. As a man once sang, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the most expensive cities in the United States, and how it's honestly rather incredible that people are able to live there at all? Are you shocked by some of the cities that are on this list? Did you expect some other big name cities to be on here for one reason or another? Do you happen to live in any of these big cities? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.